Hey everyone, today we're going to be looking at I See Fire by Ed Sheeran from the second Hobbit movie. There's a simple verse and chorus, and I'm just going to go through them once each basically, so not too hard to pick up. And there's a slightly trickier intro which sort of occurs at the start of the song and then in between the verses later on through the song, so I'm going to concentrate mostly on that at the start of the video, so that's slightly tougher. The song is played with your capo on your 6th fret. I'm going to be referring to all the chords we use by their shape names as opposed to their real names, if you like. So where we're playing something that looks like an E minor, I'm just going to call it an E minor, even though actually that's a B flat minor. So the chords we'll be using will be standard open chords: E minor, G, C. Got a couple of D's in there, A minor 7. And the bar chord I'm going to call a B minor 7, even though it's actually an F minor 7. So to start off with, let's have a look at this intro. Our intro goes. Okay, and obviously that's played with two techniques that we call hammering on and pulling off. Okay, so I'm going to break this down into mini steps. We're playing on the G string, and we're going to start with our pointer finger on the 2nd fret. So once again, I'm counting frets from the capo, so it's just 2 frets up from the capo. Actually the 9th fret on your guitar. Sorry, 8th fret on your guitar. Okay, from now on I'm just going to call that 2nd, and we're going out to the 4th fret. Okay, so we're going to have a pointer finger on the 2nd fret from the capo, ring finger on the 4th fret from the capo, and what we're doing is with that pointer finger on, we're going to hit that string, the G string, and then we're going to push our ring finger onto that 4th fret. So 2nd fret, 4th fret, like that. And that's what we call hammering on, when you don't have to pluck the string because the force of your finger hitting down makes the note ring out. Okay, so that's the start. We go 2, 4, and then we're going to do what we call pulling off. So we pull off that ring finger, like that, makes the note sound out on this pointer, and then we pull off that pointer, makes the open string ring out. Okay, so the pattern is, in terms of fret numbers, G string, 2, 4, 2, 0. And we're only actually picking once. We pick on that 2, and we, pick on the 2, hammer on the 4, pull off, pull off. Okay, so that's the first half. 2, 4, 2, 0. And it's pick, hammer, pull, pull. Okay. The next thing that we're doing is a hammer on the D string. So we play the D string open, and then we hammer onto that 2nd fret. Okay. So we're going to go 2, 4, 2, 0, pull off, pick the D string, hammer onto that 2nd fret. Okay. One more time. 2, 4, 2, 0. Pick the D string, hammer onto the 2nd fret. And the last thing before we play our open chord is we're going to play this G string open. Okay, so from the top, 2, 4, 2, 0, all on the G string, D string open, hammer onto 2, G string open. Okay, so play that whole thing in slow motion. Okay, so 2, 4, 2, 0, 0 on D, hammer on 2 on D, G open. One more time. Now, all that's missing there is speed, so the actual speed for the pieces. Okay, so we hang on to that 2nd fret just a little longer, and then we have a quick run off, and then steady for that hammer on, and then into that chord. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to play that through, let's say 4 times, and I'll do it super slow to start with. I'll just speed up each time. Okay, so super slow first. Cool. Okay, 2nd time in. 1, 2, 3, go. Okay, a little bit faster this time. 1, 2, 3, go. Okay, and last time, just a wee bit faster again. 1, 2, 3, go. Okay, just to keep the video from getting too long, I'm going to leave that there. If you need to go back and practice, you can just rewind, and obviously the speed that we're aiming for, once we're up to match pace for the song, is going to be just like that. Okay, the next part of the chorus, next part of the intro is a D chord with a hammer on as well, and then just an E minor chord. Okay, so this D chord, we're just playing it like a normal D, but we start with our pointer finger off, and we strum that chord, and then we hammer on with that index finger into its normal position for a D chord. So we should get that sound. Okay, and to finish it off, after the hammer on, we go up and stop. Okay, so the stop's just formed by basically hitting the strings, so they kind of make a tapping noise. Okay, so in slow motion, we start with our D chord, pointer finger off, and we strum, then we hit on, hammer on with that pointer finger, then we go up and stop. Okay? Like that. One more time. Cool. And the last thing that we do to finish this intro piece is to play the E minor. Okay, so whole thing in slow motion. From the start with those hammer-ons, we're going 2, 4, 2, 0, open D, hammer on, open G, C chord. Okay, D with finger off, hammer on, up, stop. Okay, I'll play that whole thing through without talking over it. Okay, one more time. Okay, so just so you've got something to practice to, I'm going to take that up and pace a little bit, go pretty close to the actual speed of the song. About that. And I'm just going to play through a few times. 1, 2, 3, 4. Last time. Cool. So don't worry if you don't get up to that speed straight away. Just go back to practicing nice and slow. 2, 4, 2, off, open, on, open G. And as you go through it, until you fall onto the right rhythm there. Cool, okay, so we'll move on to the rest of the song now. The rest of the song is considerably easier. Through the verses and the first few choruses, we have the strum pattern which just goes strum, stop, strum, stop, strum, stop, strum, stop. Okay, so same deal. Your stop is basically just you hitting those 6 strings. And you're quite free to choose where on the guitar you do it, basically according to the sound that you like. You get more of a thump down and more of a clicky string noise up there. Okay? Okay, so our chord progression for the verse goes E minor, G, D, C. Second line, E minor, G, D, A minor 7. Third line, same as the first, E minor, G, D, and C. And then we have A minor 7, B minor 7, and C. Okay, so the only slightly tricky bit there is A minor 7, B minor 7, C. Now, first of all, how to play an A minor 7. It's just an A minor with a missing ring finger, okay? So you'll end up with remembering that we're counting from the capo, your middle finger is going to be on the 2nd fret from the capo on the D string. Your pointer finger is going to be 1st fret from the capo on the B string. Okay, there's your A minor 7. B minor 7 is the bar chord version of the same thing on the 2nd fret from the capo again. So we're barring across that second fret, and then we're going to have our ring finger 2 frets out from our pointer finger, okay, on that D string, and we're going to have our middle finger just 1 fret in the next fret to our pointer finger on the B string. Okay, so it's just like this sort of A minor shaped bar chord. It's just missing that middle finger. Okay, so to make it easy to slide up, I like to change the fingers that I play the A minor 7 with. This would be a normal A minor 7. If you switch out, so you have your ring finger there on the D string, and you have your middle finger there on the B string, you're still playing the same notes, but it means that this pointer finger is free to come up, do that bar. Okay, so if you're struggling to get the speed there, try using those fingers for the A minor 7 again. I'm just going to run through those verse chords one time. Once again, if you need to practice it, you can just rewind back to the start again. So recapping them before I play it. E minor, G, D, C, that's your first line. E minor, G, D, A minor 7, second line. Third line, same as the first. E minor, G, D, C, and then A minor 7, B minor 7, and C. Choice. So let's just take one walk through that lot. 1, 2, 3, 4. Choice. Okay, so let's have a look at the chorus now. The chords for the chorus are on the sheet of paper. I've got E minor, C, D, E minor. That runs through 3 times. And then the 4th time, E minor, C, D, A minor 7. And that A minor 7 is held. This one big long one. And that's just before he delivers the line. And I hope that you remember me. We're back into another round of that intro. So once again, through most of the song, the chorus is played with just the same strum, stop as the verse. So I'm just going to run through that one time, remembering our chords are E minor, C, D, E minor. That's 3 times, and the last time E minor, C, D, A minor 7. Okay, so I'm going to do that with the strum stop pattern. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. C, D, same again. C, D, last time through. C, D, and C. This one's going to end on the D. A minor 7. I hope that you remember me. After that, we have the bridge. The bridge only occurs once in the song after the chorus, which follows the second verse. And the bridge pattern I had up on a piece of paper before. Okay, so below the line, here is your bridge, and it goes A minor 7, E minor, G, and D. That A minor 7, E minor, G, and D pattern happens 3 times. And then we change our pattern, and we have A minor, C, and D to finish off. Those are all downstrokes. These follow a strumming pattern that I'm going to get into now. Okay, so just to run through those chords first of all, the bridge chords are going to go A minor 7, G, D, like that, 3 times. And then we're going to do downstrokes on the same minor 7, downstrokes on the C, and downstrokes on the D, and then get into our final chorus. Now we've got a different strumming pattern here. We're going to go Actually, once you get used to playing this, you're going to start adding sort of little strums in between so that it's slightly more fluid. But I'm going to start with the most simple possible version first so that you've got something to start off with. Once you get the feel for it, feel free to add more strums in as you go. Okay, so the most basic version of the strum, we divide a whole strum pattern over 2 chords. So an entire strum pattern is going to go down, up, stop, down, up, down, stop. Okay, down, up, stop, down, up, down, stop. And as I was saying, we actually do that over 2 chords. So first 2 chords of the bridge are A minor 7 and E minor. Okay, so we're going to do our down, up, stop on the A minor 7. We're going to go down, up, down, stop on the E minor. Okay, so I'll do that once without talking over it so you can hear what it sounds like. That's us. Down, up, stop. Down, up, down, stop. One more time. Okay, so exact same thing for the next 2 chords, which are G and D. Down, up, stop on that G, and down, up, down, stop on that D. Okay, so I'll take you through all 4 chords now with that pattern. Down, up, stop, down, stop, down, up, stop, down, stop. Okay, just do that 2 times so you can practice to it. That's not really how you would play it if you were trying to make the bridge stand out from the verse before. So one of the things we can do to make it more fluid is just to add a little wiggle, a down up, like that. So just down and up. We can do that in between each of the halves of the strum pattern if you like. Okay, so we can go down, up, stop, that's your first half. Down, up, down, stop, and you can put it in between there. If you want to get fancy, you can actually get it in the first half as well. Down, up, stop. Shoot. Okay. So that's the most basic way that you can play that strumming pattern. Down, up, stop, down, stop. If you want it to sound a little more fluid, one of the things we can do is at the end of the full pattern, so after you've played 2 chords, we can just add a quick down up, so you're literally just strumming down and up as quick as possible. And that's just a way of making it sound a little more fluid as you go between strum patterns. So we're on that A minor 7, down, up, stop, E minor, down, up, down, stop, and then quick down up, and then that leads you into the next ones, down, up, stop, down, up, down, stop, and quick down up. Okay, so if I put it together, it'll sound like this, down, up, stop, down, down, stop, down, up, down, stop, down, stop. Okay, so let's have a couple of goes at that without me talking over it. 1, 2, 3, 4. As I was saying, once you get used to that, you don't have to stick to it at all. Okay, you can start to add little extra strums in between to make it flow better. But for now, we're just going to stick to the basic version. Okay, so that's the bridge, except for the last line, which is A minor 7, all downs, 8 of them. C and D, 4 downstrokes each. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so the end of the bridge, the final line goes A minor 7. Cool. Okay, so let's try running it all together. We've got our A minor 7, E, G, D with our strum pattern. 3 times, then we have A minor 7, 8 downstrokes, C4, and D4. go out into a chorus, which I'll discuss next. Okay, so one run through the bridge, 2, 3, 4. Cool, that takes us nearly to the end of the song. At the end of the song, we're just doing the chorus, pretty much as before, except with the new strum. Okay, so sing again. Okay, follows the same pattern, except that most of the choruses in the song, we have this E minor C D E minor pattern 3 times, and then we go on to the one with the final A minor 7. The last chorus in the song is twice the length, so we end up playing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of these lines before we play that last line. Okay, so we're going to go E minor C D E minor, E minor C D E minor, E minor C D E minor, 4 more times after that as well, and then finally finishing on that E minor C D A minor 7. So I'm just going to have one run through that a little bit slower, so you've got something to practice to, and just once again we're going to do 7 E minor C D E minors before we finish on E minor C D A minor 7. Alright, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. That was 4 times through, we've got 3 more. Last one before we change. Okay, last line ends on A minor 7. And that's the whole song. Enjoy practicing that, and happy strumming. I'll see you guys next time.